Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In this video we're going to talk about how to create an isolated image of a footballer, a sports player, and just create a clean poster that you can use as your wallpaper. You can use it to post on your Instagram, you can use it anywhere. So yeah, let's go. So these are the sizes. You can whack it up higher if you like, but yeah, the ratio is 4:5 if you wanted to try that. The resolution 72 because we're on web. RGB color, doesn't matter about this. sRGB and square pixels and create. So we're just going to create a simple, clean poster where the player will be in isolation and you'll have a nice shadows and it'll look nice and clean. So you could use this for a post, for a match day poster. It could even be your wallpaper. So I would first of all place your image. So I've got Cristiano Ronaldo, and don't have him this big obviously. So have him, I would say about, that looks about right. Then get rid of this layer. And usually instead of having it just a bit boring, I usually like to match the colours to what the player is wearing. So here he's wearing red, I would try and match it with a red colour. But first we need to edit Ronaldo a little bit, just a little bit. So first of all, I think we need to just up basically everything, just to make it nice and crisp, I would say. So contrast, bringing up the blacks, exposure, brighten it up a bit. Clarity, I like to whack that up quite a bit. Texture, and you can already see how much more it's just standing out a lot more. And then, okay, I would say I think just that is enough, to be honest. Yeah, so you can already see it's made a huge difference. And now I need to create the shadow. So this is just my way of creating shadows. There are so many ways to create shadows, but this is how I've always done it, and I've always found it quite quick to do. So first create a gradient, G on the keyboard, and just work it out like that. Create it as a smart object and then duplicate it, so we've got a first copy there. So this is our copy that we can play with, we can mess about with it and it won't matter because we've got our original there. So hold down shift and squash it basically. Now shift option command, which will change the perspective, and then hold shift again and down and it'll squash it even more. And then this is pretty much where I like it. And then shift and option will squash it from side to side. Yeah, you can squash it even more basically because you just have to work out the physics of the shadow, and it can be it can take a while to master, to be honest. Don't think I've even got it. So I usually try to, so if you have a look at Ronaldo, his body position, there will be a shadow here, but you have to sort of look where the light is coming from as well. So the light is obviously coming from all directions because it's floodlit. So we need to first of all put the shadow at his feet. So I would say, yeah, like that, and then just maybe stretch it out one way. Hold down shift and it'll stretch. I would say squash it a little more. And then on the layer of Ronaldo, click this button here, which creates a layer mask, I think it's called, yeah, layer mask. press G, and then this, what's that called? Linear gradient. And whatever, so basically in this layer mask, whatever you paint black will erase the layer. So if I've got a black gradient, black to 0 gradient, it's going to erase. So you can see it's erasing a little bit here. And it just looks a little bit realistic, a little bit more realistic. And then another layer on top, and hold down Option and click, and then this will paint on the layer. So press B for brush and just use a normal brush. I would say about 30, make it quite big. And then, yeah, just to darken this bit, it just works. I would just say it just makes it look a little more realistic. Not that this situation is realistic in any way. And you can have a play with all these here, which do a lot of things, but don't really need any of that. So yeah. Now with this shadow, I still don't think it's quite right. Squash it a bit more. Yeah, that looks better. And you can erase some of it, like we said with the layer mask, whatever you paint black will go. So say like that, that's gone now. But Ronaldo doesn't just have a shadow here, he has a shadow casting everywhere, so we'll need to create another one. Remember, we've got our old one here that we can just duplicate, and that's why we've got it. And squash it. And then I'll place it here. So there's always more than one shadow, and it can be quite difficult to understand shadows and light. But I would lower the opacity because he is further away from the floor, so it'll cast a lighter shadow. Yeah, that looks good. And that's pretty much it. So usually I would group all my layers just so we can get a bit of clarity on what everything is, and then we can play around a bit really. So I usually like to put some light textures. I've got loads of brushes here. That one. And you can change the angle of your brush. So say this is a light brush, so we'll see like there. X to change, to swap these two around. And it just casts a nice shadow, nice light on him. But then remember, you probably need to adjust the shadows a bit, but this is just a simple sort of tutorial. And then that is pretty much it. If you want to create it a little, add in some, say, texture to the whole thing, press Command A, Command Shift C and Command Shift V, which will copy and paste the whole artboard. Then what I like to do is convert it to a smart object and name this just top layer. You don't need to name this. And then go into Camera Raw and then add in go to effects, add in some grain. And you can see it adds a little bit of texture to the whole thing. And yeah, that's it. That's just a simple tutorial on how to create a clean, isolated player for a poster. This could be for your phone, you could use it as your wallpaper, it could be for anything. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know what you think in the comments and share yours. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks guys, see you soon.